fantasies plight. Shadows fall, dimming the light. Whispers grow, a rising tide. Vindicator, where do you hide? Steel is over, heart ablaze. Through smoky haze, he sets his gaze. Justice calls a burning need. A city's wounds he vows to heed. From cobbled streets to tower high, Vindicator takes to the sky. Strikes back with iron hands, defender of this promised land. Breaks the chains, sets spirits free. Vindicator for all to see. Seek high! Seek high! Seek high! Whispers turn to thunderous roar.
Right, time to launch you into orbit. Wait! Oh!
Slams the door on
There he goes.
tyranny's cruel, grasping hand. He fights for freedom, takes a stand with courage born of darkest night. He ignites hope, a guiding light. Strikes back with iron hands, defender of this promised land. Breaks the chains, sets spirits free. Vindicator for all to see. Though battles rage and darkness reigns, hope's ember burns within his veins. He'll never yield, he'll never fall. He answers freedom's clarion call. Strikes back with iron hands, defender of this promised land. Breaks the chains, sets spirits free. Vindicator for all to see. A symbol etched against the moon. Vindicator rising soon.
Hello. Hello, everybody. How you all doing? Can you hear me okay? Is that okay? I need to turn up a little bit. Hello? Hello, everybody. How's the audio? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear the audio. Yeah, fine. Yeah, I'm using this new microphone and it keeps uninstalling itself every time I switch it off, so it's a bit weird. Right, so this is just an ordinary chat. Nothing is planned. I've got no topics or anything like that. This is just a, I know what I was doing was, right. Hello, chat, by the way. Hello, everybody. Hello, Stefan. Hello, Jojo. You're a new one. Not seen you before. How are you doing? Pleased to meet you. Yeah, I have to keep checking the audio because YouTube's doing something weird. I was using the radio mics that I use for my morning walk videos, and they don't like being plugged into the laptop. It interferes with them, so I've had to stop using them. That's why it was also tinny and horrible. It still reverberates a bit on this, but it's better than that was. So yeah, nice one. Good to have you on board. I'm trying different times. I didn't get a chance to do one this afternoon because I was busy. But yeah, I'll nip on whenever I can, see how everybody's doing, that sort of thing. Yeah, I've been, to be honest with you, I thought about doing a video about it, but everybody's covered it. So I don't really think they need me to make a video stating the same points. There's no point. Loads of other people have actually covered it. Obviously, it's tragic and it's horrific what's happened. Same with the was it Edinburgh? The Edinburgh attack the other day. And obviously, it's not terror related at all, is it? Who are they kidding? Who are they kidding? We all know it's terror related. This is because the Iranian regime is falling. They've activated all their terrorist sleeper cells, and they're all active now. Now we've got all these nutters that. Did you notice as well that he actually had the knives were actually taped to his hands? Did you notice that? Scary. Same as the London Bridge attacker. He had 2 knives. He taped the knives to his hands so he couldn't be disarmed. Scary. Very, very scary. Just a little. We are going to be changing that soon. Myself and Tom. People have asked for it, so we're going to give it to you. We'll give you more details close to the time. But myself and Tom have decided to do a joint podcast together. We're not going to reveal the name of it yet. That's going to be for the day when we launch. But me and Tom are doing a regular podcast together. We've picked Thursday. We don't know what time slot we're going to be using on a Thursday yet. It could be. We don't know what time we're going to be doing it on Thursday yet. So we're going to experiment at first, and then once we get a fixed slot, we'll stick to it. But yeah, it is going to be every Thursday that me and Tom do a segment. We've already got some guests wanting to come on, lined up, some big guests, so that's going to be interesting. Some interviews coming up, big one for our first one as well. So yeah, wait and watch out for that coming up in the future. I believe Tom is going to be uploading his documentary soon to his channel. If you know who Tom is, Tom 00 News, he appears on the live stream sometimes. I think he's going to be uploading his documentary that he did around Southampton about the illegal immigrant hotels that were in his area. We're going to talk about the. I'm not going to mention the names because they're irrelevant to me now. I just refer to them as a collective because that's how they behave. If you watch my morning walk video this morning, I refer to them as the ACI, which is the Advanced Collective of Ignorance. That's the only way I will refer to them now. But yeah, I heard some of my subscribers were coming to me giving messages saying that a member of the ACI was having a live stream, and he was dropping the link in the chat and telling people to come in and debate with him, but he'd instructed his mods to block anybody they recognised as dissenters. So he wasn't really getting challenged, was he? Oh dear. Well, yeah, right. So what we're going to talk about? I was going to do a bit. I can't find the actual expo, so we're going to have to wait for that. I will touch upon this though, right? Because in that live stream, it was touched upon that this particular person was just a commentator. He was just expressing his opinion on things, using his free speech. Now, the interesting thing about these people is, right, they think they're allowed to say anything they like. They really do. They think they can say anything they like about anybody. They can ridicule people. They can criticize people. And when they get pushback for that, or they put ideas and things like that, or they get criticized for what they've said, they think that's an outrage. And I think our greatest prime minister of all time actually said it the best, really, didn't he? About people that don't really like free speech. This wasn't it, Some people's idea of free speech is that they are free to say what they like, but if anyone says anything back, it's an outrage. And that kind of sums them all up, doesn't it? It sums them up perfectly. These type of people, what they are, and their thin-skinnedness. I would say to people, if you've got a thin skin, don't be on the internet. It really is, don't be on the internet if you've got thin skin. Watched it for 20 minutes. It was boring. Yep. This particular person did it for the drama. You've got to understand why they're doing this. And Tom's right, 00 News. He pointed out what they're doing, right? So at first it was all about the movement. They were making money off the movement. Then that all kind of collapsed because the masks started to slip a little bit, and they can't really make the money off of that anymore. So what they have to do, they had to create the drama, and now they're leaning into the drama and playing victim to make the money now. So that's been dying off. The drama around them has been dying off for the last couple of days. Nobody's making videos about them anymore. So to reinvigorate that drama, this particular person had to do a live stream to bring that drama back up to its levels again. And I didn't fall for it. And I hope other people didn't fall for it. Just stay well clear. There's no need to bother these people anymore. They're nothing. They really aren't. And there is a way we can actually sum them up just with one video. It sums them up. The advanced UK supporters, the social media influencers that are backing Advanced UK and their sycophant followers. There's one video on the internet that really sums up what they're all about, and it's this one.
Even performed for you bastards! Leave Benny alone! Please.
It's that one, isn't it? Leave Advanced alone. It's what it is. It's what it is, isn't it? They think we're stupid, don't they? Is that one. Let's have a look at some of the chat. I know a lot of people are very angry with Tommy Robinson. I get it. I really do. I supported him one time. I stopped making videos about him in support of him because, you know, old school meme. Yeah. It sums it up though, doesn't it? It perfectly sums them all up. And I'm not addressing them anymore. I'm not going to address them anymore in any shape whatsoever. The only thing that I'm going to address now is Advance UK itself and Ben Habib, because he's the leader of the party. Just as I would address Keir Starmer, Nigel Farage, or any of them really. I have absolutely no interest in those people. They've proven what they are. The mask has been fallen. The videos have been done. They're done, aren't they? People really not liking Tommy Robinson anymore, are they? I've seen a lot of it. I've seen a lot of big YouTubers coming out and calling him out, and it's like whoa. You know. I think what did it, I think it was the fact that he was arguing it in bad faith, pretending like he didn't understand what Rupert Lowe's position was on the deportations thing and whether or not certain people were allowed within Restore Britain, which is insane. Like Rupert Lowe was actually discriminating against people, and Rupert Lowe was not discriminating against people at all. But there's that passive aggressive element to it, like, oh, you know, are these people allowed into your party? And it's the guilt by association thing again, isn't it? You know, they really are very, very passive aggressive. And I hate it. If you've got something to say to somebody, just come out and say it. Just say it to their face. Just come out, be blunt like I am, and just say it to their face. Don't be passive aggressive about it. Don't beat around the bush. You know, because they're all using ethno-nat at the minute as a kind of deflection. It's like, well, we can use the label of ethno-nat to smear them all. It's like we all know what they really want to say. We all know what they really want to call people. But if they call them the word, they'll be called lefties, because it's the same argument the lefties use, isn't it? Anybody they don't agree with, they label as Nazis, don't they? Straight away, you're Nazis, you're fascists. Conversation shut down. And it's the same argument with ethno-nationalism. Now, ethno-nationalism is on a scale like everything else. You've got your extreme element right at the top, and you've got your moderates at the other end of the scale. But they're using the term ethno-nat in the most extreme term. You can use it to smear people. That's what they're doing it for. I mean, come on. they were calling Connor Tomlinson and Charlie Downs ethno-nats. Really? If any non-English Welsh Scots people actually gave an F about us, they would have no issue in a country only the natives get to vote on. Otherwise, it means they're here to change Britain. Yeah. We've seen it already, haven't we? We've seen it already. This Muslim bloc vote that's appeared over the years. I mean, at one time, this Muslim bloc vote is what kept Labour in power, is what kept Labour the second party in the two-party system, because it is a two-party system, isn't it? And to some degree, it's kept other parties in the mainstream, like the Liberal Democrats. They pick up some of the Muslim vote as well. So do the Conservatives, the Uni Party. But now that bloc vote has shifted to the Green Party because it's been taken over by Islamists. And that woman who won the Denton by-election, she's just a puppet. She's a useful idiot for them. The same thing happened in Iran when they took over there. The Islamists took over there. They used the lefties as useful idiots, and then once they got their way into power, they killed them all. That's what they did. I'm an activist. I'm a citizen journalist. I'm an activist. I don't want to be a politician. I don't want to enter that world. I support Rupert Lowe. I support what he's doing, anything like that. But I don't want to be a politician. I definitely don't want to do that. I've already decided that. Lebanon 2, yeah. Kind of the puppet. 100% the puppets, aren't they? So, I saw the horrific thing that happened in Birmingham, and it was horrific. It's not coincidence, is it, that the day after there's an attack in Edinburgh near a nursery school, the guy attacks a load of people. He then proceeds to go back to his residence and barricades himself in. And then the day after, somebody else does exactly the same thing. They go near a nursery, attack several people, and then barricade themselves in their residence. You're not telling me that's not connected. Hello, mate. How you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, it'll be called a lone wolf, another isolated incident. It'll be called a lone wolf, and then it'll be a case of mental health, won't it? That's how they'll throw it under the carpet yet again. And then there'll be another one tomorrow, and then one after day of that, and then they won't be able to hide it anymore because it will be a pattern. Yeah, not terror related. Hello, buddy. How you doing? Good to have you in the chat. Billions must go. I don't think we're quite that bad yet. Right. Let's see what's happening on X, shall we? So what's happening on X? If there's any stories and stuff. There's a lot of the ACI. If you don't know what ACI is, it's Advanced Collective of Ignorance. That's what I refer to all the influencers and the people that are involved with the online cult that is Advanced UK, because it is a cult. It's a cult now. Just have a look. See, this is interesting. Actually, we'll get this up because our special relationship with America is more or less over, thanks to Keir Starmer. And it's horrific when you have a sitting president of the United States saying this about our sitting prime minister in this country. Right, we'll pause that there. We'll play it. I'll play it for you all to see. You've probably not seen this yet. but it's interesting. I'll just play it.
That island that you read about, the lease, okay, he made it for whatever reason, he made a lease of the island. Somebody came and took it away from him. And it's taken 3-4 days for us to work out where we can land there. It would have been much more convenient landing there as opposed to flying many extra hours. So we are very surprised. This is not Winston Churchill that we're dealing with. By the way, I'm not happy with the UK either. That island that you read about, the lease, okay, he made it for whatever reason, he made a lease of the island. Somebody came and took it away from him. And it's taken 3-4 days for us to work out where we can land there. It would have been much more convenient landing there as opposed to flying many extra hours. So we are very surprised. This is not Winston Churchill that we're dealing with.
How embarrassing is that for the country and the special relationship for that to be said about our Prime Minister? Can't hear it. Very quiet. Yeah, unfortunately, the audio is rubbish on the actual clip itself. Unfortunately, it's embarrassing. So basically what he said, we're not dealing with Winston Churchill. Very, very disappointed in the UK for not letting us allow us to land our planes and refuel in Great Britain. They had to travel many, many more hours and refuel at a different place before they could go and carry out their airstrikes. So, yeah, he's just an embarrassment, isn't he, Keir Starmer? Absolute embarrassment. And for the record, right, I wish the Iranian people every luck in the world getting their freedom, but I don't want us involved in that war. It's nothing to do with us. It's got nothing to do with us. We've got our own problems in this country, bigger problems in this country than, helping other people out get their freedom. 20,000 people a year now being arrested for social media posts. That's how serious it's got in this country. We have attacks daily in this country now where people are getting stabbed and killed. It's out of control. Our streets are not safe. Our cities are not safe. Our towns are not safe. Our villages are not safe. We shouldn't be involving ourselves in wars thousands of miles away. We have lots in this country to take care of first. That's how I feel about things. And I don't care about foreign conflicts on our soil either. I don't want to see it anymore. I just don't care. I really don't. That's why I don't talk about it much. I just don't care. It's like the Ukraine thing. I don't care about the Ukraine thing. We shouldn't be involved in that either. It's nothing to do with us. We've got bigger things happening in this country that we need to be taken care of. We really do. You might think it's strange that I don't talk about other topics on it. I don't talk about the trans issue. I don't talk about identity politics. I don't talk about any of those things, climate change or anything like that, because to me, it's that they're all distractions. They are all distractions. We get the priority for us now is to get our country back. We shouldn't be fighting on multiple fronts. We should be united behind one banner, and that is taking the country back. And taking the country back solves all those things anyway. It does. To most, I use local buses. Often I glance around. The majority of the time, the Caucasian populace are vastly outnumbered by others. Oh yeah, I agree. You know something's wrong in your own country when your own countrymen start to become minorities in their own towns and cities and villages. There's something very, very wrong when that starts to happen. It's not diversity. It's not our strength. It's a weakness, isn't it? Shouldn't have happened. Look at how many towns and cities we've actually lost. It's just sad. I was watching old videos on YouTube today, old video footage and cine footage, camera footage from like the 1970s, 1980s, 1960s. And, you know, back when it was a proper majority white country, you know, people could walk around in safety without, you know, feeling they had to watch the back all the time. You know, you look at London from those times, and it's just sad. You only realise what you've lost when you see that. You really do. You realise what we've actually lost. You look at London; it's predominantly white. There are people walking around with smiley faces on them. They're happy. If you walk down the street now, any town or city in the UK now, and you look at your average native Brit and you look at their face, they're miserable. They're absolutely miserable because they are second-class citizens in their own country. Doesn't matter where you go. It could be England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, Wales. Everybody feels the same way. Everybody's depressed because they know what's been done to them. People just feel like, I mean, before Rupert Lowe came along and restored Britain, everybody felt like there was no hope. No hope at all, didn't they? And that's why I kind of perked up a little bit when Rupert Lowe came along. I was a bit dubious at first. I still am to a certain extent. You know, I have to hold him to account and make sure he stays the course. I think he will. I think he means what he says. I don't think he's like the other politicians that we've had in the past that just say things because he's got a track record of actually doing what he says. You know, if he'd have said, I'm going to do a grooming gang inquiry, and then U-turned on it, then I don't think I would have had any faith in him. But the fact that he did that, got it done, and exposed this, and the fact that I can see him going into Parliament, into the committee rooms, and just tearing strips off the people. I mean, just the other day, he walked into the committee with the Bank of England and the bankers and just told them, said, you're all parasites, all of you. You know, no MPs have done that in the past. They haven't. And like I said in my morning walk video this morning, Rupert Lowe is very, very smart. And I mean, he's getting criticism for picking, you know, young men to be his advisors and to be in Restore UK. But like I said this morning, that's very smart. It's very, very smart. He's picking a new crop of leaders. That's what he's doing. To lead his party, to become leaders, to take them under his wing, to show them how to do things, to mentor them, to tutor them, and to give us a strong crop of leadership for this country. Because we've lost it. We've lost that. Because we were in the EU for over 40 years, we haven't had a crop of strong leadership because nobody had to lead. It was done for us by Brussels. Nobody had to lead the country. All they had to do was go to Westminster, pretend like they were making decisions, pretend like they were arguing against each other, get the paycheck and go home at the end of the day. And they loved it. And that's why they didn't want to leave the EU. That's why none of them wanted to leave the EU, because they were on a nice little earner. They were on a gravy train. They didn't have to worry about making decisions because it was all done for them by Brussels, wasn't it? Everything. The downside to that, though, is it left us without any strong leadership because nobody actually had to lead. Nobody had to make the hard decisions. So we've had, 40 years of no strong leadership coming through because there was no need for them. Now there is a need for them. And it turns out, in the worst time in history, we have the worst government with the weakest leader this country has ever had. And that's why we are in this mess now. People need leadership. They need somebody to rally behind. And we haven't had that before. We've got that with Rupert Lowe now. I can see that. So look at some of the comments. Steve, Vsb, there are strong leadership and high ranks of the civil service, so we can't negotiate out of wet paper bag on a Tuesday. That's why we need someone to go in there and shake all that up. If they won't do the job, if they refuse to do what they're ordered to do, then they need to be kicked out. Maybe we could do that. Maybe we could watch this. Has anybody actually heard of Yuri Bezimov? I won't do it today. I might do it on a live stream sometime. That's a really good documentary to look at if you want something to watch on YouTube. Yuri Bezmenov. He was a KGB agent that defected to the West in the 1980s, and he was interviewed, and he was telling people how the Soviet Union was going to subvert Western governments by using certain techniques, and those techniques were basically identity politics. Everything that you're seeing now, Yuri Bezmenov predicted in the early 80s. He said what would happen. And this is what the Marxists are using now. They're using identity politics. They're using social justice causes to destabilize society. Identity politics is just a tactic to subvert society. It's designed to split us all up into little boxes and then get everybody in those little boxes to fight against each other, therefore collapsing society. And that's exactly what's being done to us right now. It's divide and conquer. It's textbook divide and conquer. Divide everybody up, get everybody fighting against each other, then nobody can unite and rally against the real enemy, which is the state. That's what they do it for. I advise everybody to go and watch that. I think Steve could get the link. Can you find the link, Steve? Oh, yeah, look. Have you got the link? Yeah, this is it. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Steve. So go and click on that link that Steve just dropped to the documentary. It's well worth a watch. I think, is it in multiple videos? I think there is one long video, but there's one that's split into like 10. And there is another interview as well where he goes into all other things and he breaks it all down. It's very, very interesting. Let's have a look. Vindicator, I would like to come on, please. Put a link. 40 pants. Nobody demands to come into the live stream. Okay? I do what I normally do at the end of the stream. I drop the link after I finish talking, and then that's the opportunity for people to come in. Yeah. That's the long one, is it, Steve? Right. The video is, yeah, I think that's the whole interview. Just give me a second. I'm just have to get some I have to get a drink. I'll be right back. Sorry, everyone. I forgot to get a drink. My throat is really dry. Sorry about that, everyone. Normally prepared. But yeah, Yuri Bezmenov. We'll take some ibuprofen because I've got a migraine coming as well. Yeah, that interview with Yuri Bezmenov is very, very eye-opening, and it opened my eyes because the minute I saw it, I realised it's like this is exactly what's happening right now in this country and all across the West. It's like they just took the playbook of the Soviets and just implemented it across the West. Yeah, I normally have some water at the side so I can have a drink while I'm chatting. Forgot today. Careful, they might abuse you, then ask for the apology. Defence UK tactic. Then lots of scared people out there, brother. As a veteran soldiers, we need to pump them with positivity, Rupert, etc. Yeah. Although I won't shy away from calling it out as it is. I really won't. Hi, how you doing? Got some new people in touch. Pretty cool. I'm dreaming, or was there a time when CI5 would vet politicians before they were allowed to BPM? Well, the MI6, MI5, they've been co-opted, haven't they? Just like all the other institutions, just like the police, the judiciary, the army, even the army. I've had some people that have left the army over the last couple of years, and they said it's just as woke as the police force. I think, did everybody see the notices that they put up in the barracks? They put notices up in the barracks. How to spot far right activism, or was it being far right radicalization? And among them was the Union flag. People displaying the Union flag. Well, it's on their uniforms. That's how insane it is. As soon as all this stuff in. Saying, I mod for Paul, but we only delete abusive comments directed at other users. So if you've got comments removed, maybe you should have worded it better. No, I've had reports from people that were saying they were getting booted straight away. So I don't believe that for 1 second. Sorry, just don't. What gives you the right to attack women on your content? Well, I wasn't attacking women, and the thing is, why shouldn't I? Isn't that equality? You know what? Well, if you think I was attacking women, right? Let's bring up the actual content, shall we? If you think I was attacking women, no, she was coming with bad arguments, and all that happened was her bad arguments got chucked out. That's free speech. Do you really think that I'm not going to debate someone just simply because they're a woman? Do you think that gives somebody a free pass simply because their sexual organs are on the inside of the body? Wow. Right. Let's take a look at this. Thank you. You've given me some content to talk about. Thank you. To prove you wrong. Right, we'll go and take a look at it. She was being a bit of a troll. And the thing is, she was being hypocritical. She came to my channel because it was bait. I baited them in the video. I knew one of them would come forward and actually kick off about it. I deliberately did things in this morning walk video that I don't normally do, just to see what would happen. And they took the bait and they got hooked in. And I told her. And then she cried because she'd been called out on her hypocrisy. Not my problem. Yeah. Stalker too. Yeah, she was leaving massive loads of comments. And eventually I just like, here we go. What's this? Free speech is not allowed to commit online harassment and bullying. Oh my God. So having a debate is online bullying, is it? Really? Okay. You're a little snowflake, aren't you? You know what? I might actually let you in because it'd be fun to have you in. It'd be fun to have you in just to see what you've got to say. Because I'm not like Paul Thorpe. I like my detractors to come in. I won't ban you. I won't kick you out of the chat. Yeah? We'll save it for later. We'll see how confident you are after I show the conversation. All right? Let's see how confident you are after that. Okay? Let's have a look. Let's get it up. There's no point coming to somebody's video, making comments, and then crying victim because you got told off because your arguments were rubbish. I'm sorry. It's the way it is. If you don't like it, don't post comments. Don't actually need that, do I? We'll get. Let's get this out of the way. Just waiting for these to finish, then I'll. Right, we'll do that. Here we go. She's had 21 replies. And she wanted attention, so I gave it to her. I pinned the comment to the top because I wanted everybody to see a comment. Okay? Here we go. We'll bring up the conversation. This is what she initially said. Let's go away. Let's bring it in. Share screen. Can you see that? All right, we'll enlarge that a little bit, I think. Now, I apologise for the transcribe because this was actually a voice message, and sometimes it doesn't transcribe it properly. It makes mistakes. This was actually a voice message that says, look, transcribed voice reply, so it doesn't always do it. So this was her initial comment to me. I'll show you them all because there's quite a few that she left. Can you all see that? Well, let's see if you can all see that. Yeah, you can all see that, can't you? Yeah. Got banned from Thorpe's chat for saying hello. He read the screen and said the word FNAT, and one of his mods immediately banned. So there you go. Straight from the word's mouth. Yeah, they're reaching with these accusations, definitely. And this is what I was talking about earlier. It's okay for other people. I mean, Paul Thorpe himself was saying, oh, I'm just making commentary. I'm using my free speech. Well, what's wrong with my free speech then? Am I not allowed? What gives these people, right? What gives them this authority to not have criticism? Because that's what I'm interested in. Why are they not allowed to be criticised for the things that they say? Yet they have, they have just a wild field. They're allowed to criticise whoever they like. It's a cult. It's an echo chamber they live in. Right, let's read the comment out. So, is that where you're going now? Personal name calling, Tipex teeth, angry man. With all due respect, when you lower your standards to playground, well, they were doing that the other day in other live streams, and this is the point I was making. They were doing exactly the same thing in their live streams, and I was waiting for this person to come. And actually, I think she was the one that was modding it, Julie Blackman. I think she was the one that was modding today, and she was the one that was blocking everybody. So, is me going out? Personal attacks calling Tipex teeth, angry man. With all due respect, when you lower your standards to playground behaviour, you lose the argument. So she's basically saying that the advanced collective of ignorance lose the debate when they resort to playground tactics. Do you remember one of them, angry man? Nervous breakdown man, when he was having a go at Dino Bane, he was making fun of his name, calling him Dino Little Brain or something like that. Do you remember that? But it's okay for them to do it. It's okay for them to do it. But when I did it as a test in my morning walk video, not allowed. Not allowed. You can't do it. So she's going to say this argument. And before I get accused of having low IQ, I would apply that to anyone on both sides. No, you don't. No, you don't. You wouldn't have the guts to go into a Paul Thorpe live stream because you're a sycophant, fangirl of him. You wouldn't criticise him one little bit. So that's the downright lie. And you're just saying that to make yourself, it's preemptively. So I've got higher moral ground. No, you haven't. You've got no moral high ground because you don't do that at all. I would apply that to anyone on both sides of the argument. What happened to giving these people no more airtime and concentrating on saving the country? I think that's a fair question before I start getting abused again by the chat. Well, you're not getting abused by the chat. If you put an opinion out on the internet, then you're going to get criticised for it. Some of these people shouldn't be on the internet. So I responded with this. Remember, this is transcribed. These are not my words that I've written. This is what YouTube's written. So I was actually making a point. I knew you'd appear, but you'd have an issue with me doing it. But you don't have an issue with Paul Thorpe or Richard Inman or any others making fun of people about their appearance or anything, do you? I'm just trying to show you that you're a hypocrite and your hypocrisy by being here complaining about what I do to them and yet you're perfectly okay with them doing it. You just proved my point for me. How is that bullying? Somebody tell me how that is bullying somebody. Is that a perfectly reasonable response to that comment? Because I think it is. It is. Yeah, how dare I? How could you attack like that? It's a brutality. It was just a reasonable comment. Let's have a look. Let's see if he's been commenting again, because I can't see him. You were attacking me before. You just attacked me. You said I was bullying people. That's not attacking. That's called debate. What you call attack, that's actually debate. If somebody comes and offers an opinion in my comment sections and I choose to interact with them, that's debate. I'm not attacking them. Not at all. I'm just pointing out their hypocrisy and the things that they do. Just as they've tried to do to me on my video. Yeah? I didn't force her to come to my video. She came of her own accord. This is what makes me laugh, right? These people think that I have a gun pointed to the head, making them watch my videos. I don't. If you're going to get offended by it, why are you watching it? I know you could say, oh, the same thing could be said of you and Paul Thorpe. No, because I'm making a political commentary on those people. They are public figures. They are open to criticism. They put themselves out there as figureheads within this movement. So therefore, they're open to criticism. And some people just don't understand that. Do they? Don't get that free speech works both ways. They're allowed to have their opinion and criticize people. Well, I'm allowed to have my opinion and criticize them. If you don't like that and don't understand that, leave the internet. It's not the place for you. Yeah? Right. Let's have a look at the rest of the conversation. So I don't think there's anything unreasonable about that response whatsoever. And I'm not responsible for other people and how they comment. That's on them. They have their own agency. Okay? Yeah, exactly right here. Look, Carol, Georgina. Right, so Inman Thorpe don't personally name call. Nothing wrong with that response. You obviously haven't watched the last 3 live streams. Go and watch at least just the last one. Then make your own mind up. I like Paul. The other fella is done with me after that. Yeah. How about the comparison between insulting someone's fake teeth or calling someone a racist or an... there you go. There you go. Mine was really tame compared to what they've been doing to people. Yeah. That's right, Vin. English became now that he's just commenting on another thing. So she came back again, I think. She came back again with some more replies, or she deleted them. She likes deleting replies. Oh, here we go again. All in capitals. This one's all in capitals. I'm not going to bother you anymore, but let's make it clear. You don't know me from Adam. I am capable of admitting to my own mistakes and making up my own mind. I'm no sheep. Well, that's up for debate. I came on your live. Yes, she did. She came on live, and I commended her for that. I was perfectly civil with this lady in that live stream. Didn't bully her or anything. I just pointed out where she was wrong in her worldview. That was it. Everybody saw it. You can go and watch the live stream and you can judge for yourselves. You started everyone is welcome, whether they agree or not, on your channel. And that's right, you are. I'm proud that I can call anyone out, friend or foe. You don't, though. You don't do that. Attacking one's personal appearance is not a good look. Yet they were doing it to other people in their streams, and I didn't see you once addressing it or calling them out for it. Attacking a personal appearance is not a good look, whoever they are. Let's leave it there, as I'm sure we both have better things to do with our day. And thank you for this little debate. Well, there you go. So why have you come here saying that I've bullied her when she's thanking me for the debate? I haven't said anything to her. And she's here again. And she says, no, read what I wrote clearly stated. I would apply that to everyone, but you don't. She doesn't do that. And that's why I called her out again. She doesn't do that. She doesn't call everybody out. She's a hypocrite. And don't think for 1 minute I would not call them out for having an opinion, but for name calling on appearances. So please explain, if you would be so kind. Oh, I'm a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite because you don't do it. Also, knew I would, wow. Now you're a mind reader, whatever that is. So I respond, look, I think it's obvious to everyone you're an ultra fangirl of these people. Everyone can see it. I can see it. Everyone in the comment section can see it. So I'm not going to justify myself to you. I've got no need to. You're a hypocrite. You know, this is where it goes weird, the translation, because they always do this. It's AI, I think. It just doesn't translate it properly. You know, you just say you do these things, and everybody knows you don't. You're just trying to save face. So yeah, you're a hypocrite. That was it. End the conversation. I think she went on somewhere else down in the chat, going off again in making multiple comments, but I just didn't respond to those because I didn't see a need to. It was like, I've already responded. I don't need to respond to you anymore. I don't know where she is. She'll be popping up in a bit. Here we go. P.S. I misspelled a few words. We can all be perfect, can't we? I didn't respond to that. No need to. See, she responds again. I think that was the last one, I think. Here we go again. So to be clear, continuing to listening to all sides, being able to criticize all sides so that I can come to a well-rounded decision is hypocrisy. You don't do it, though. Not what it states in the dictionary. Did I respond to this? Can't remember if I did. No, I didn't. Thought you weren't going to bother him anymore. If only. There you go. I didn't respond to her after that. There was no need to. I saw the comment, just didn't respond to it. So how is that bullying anybody? Please tell me. How have I bullied anybody? Because I haven't. I've just responded to a comment perfectly civilly and refuted what she said. That's debate. That's not bullying. Yeah? Can we all agree on that? That's not bullying. That's just debate. See, when you're going to come with the accusations, how the fuck did you get through your heads? I'm not talking about. Well, what are you talking about then? What are you talking about? Yeah, because I've not bullied any women at all. No women at all. So, you know what? Let's have the debate. Let's find out what you really want. Right, I'll drop the link in the chat. You can come in, okay? And we'll find out what you're really talking about. All right? Let's do that. Let's have a proper conversation because I can't keep looking through the chat. All right? Let's have the conversation. Links in the chat. Pop in. Tell me what you think. I'll let you have your say. Yeah, I want to know what you're talking about. Yeah, you've got to show your face, mate, or you're definitely not coming into the live stream. That's one rule. I won't put you on the live stream with your face showing. I just want to see your face before you go live to make sure you're not some troll that's going to do something silly. Okay? It's rules of the channel. Can you hear me? Are you going to show your face? Because if you don't show your face, buddy, you're not coming in. So I don't know who you are. Yeah? Just show your face and you can come in. Right. What I'll do is I'll let you in. Oh, you've disappeared now, have you? Don't want to show your face. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm not going to show your face on a live stream. I just want to see your face in the backstage. I'm not going to put you in the live with your face showing. Don't worry, mate. I understand that. I get that myself. So, just show your face. You know what? I'll just let you in. All right, I'm letting you in, but if you do anything, you're getting kicked. All right, buddy?
Yeah. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you okay, mate. Yeah.
Well, first of all, I would like to thank you very much for allowing me this opportunity to come on and discuss with you the current events. The lady I'm talking about in question is not Julie Blackman or whatever her name is. It's another woman that you actually created a video about and uploaded it called Claire Bear.
I show my face, mate.
Yeah.
I'm showing my face.
Thank you for that. I just cannot show.
Oops.
I'm Army.
So mate, I'm as well. I've had death threats as well, mate.
I had three attempts on my life.
I had a stalker for about 6 months trying to find out where I lived.
Yeah.
And so I understand where you're coming from. I know why you don't want to show your face, and I won't press you on that at all. All right.
Well, I want to start off on the right foot by thanking you for allowing me to come on. As I said to you, the problem I had was not with Julie Blackman or whoever that other lady's name was that you were bringing up the chat log. It's another lady that you made a video of and uploaded it called Claire Bear.
Yeah, because she was making false accusations about me. Should we play it? Don't want to watch it. Should we play it? Because what she was saying was that I was attacking Richard Inman's family, which I wasn't. I never attacked Richard Inman's family.
Yeah. Well, Ken, I had been speaking to Claire because I am really good friends with Claire, and we talk to each other almost daily. And Claire told me.
Can we just address that though, right?
Claire told me. Made a mistake.
Let me just address that point, right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
She made false accusations that I'd attacked Richard Inman's family and wife, which I hadn't done. She later backtracked on that.
Yeah, well, she said she had made a mistake on that particular thing.
So who have I bullied then? I'm interested to hear who I've bullied, because I've not bullied anybody.
Yeah, well, it was the online abuse that Claire has been receiving, and you had uploaded a video, and on the
Well, don't you think I've got a right to reply when somebody makes a really false claim like that?
No. Well. Claire said that she had explained that she had the wording wrong, and she says to me that she was sent a threatening video.
That's not a threatening video. It's not a threatening video at all. Yeah, right. Okay, you know what this was? Right, I'll show you what it was, right? Because I was telling her.
It's your show. It's your show. I let you take the lead.
Yeah, I'll play it because you know why I sent that? I responded to a comment with a video because what she said was actionable. It was liable, what she was saying, because I hadn't actually said those things.
Yeah.
So if she took it as threatening, that's on her because she made accusations that were false against me. Yeah. Yeah. So quite understandably, I was angry. Yeah.
Well, I can understand anger because I get angry myself, mate.
Yeah. Well, I don't understand why you're here then. I don't understand why you're here, mate.
Yeah, there's some things that will always rub us up the wrong way, and we will always get angry.
Yeah, but the thing is, mate, when people make false accusations that I've attacked a family, which I'd never do, because it's not in my character to do that, mate, because I only stick to the people that I'm criticising and the facts, right? I don't go after their families. That's despicable. That's out of character for me.
Yeah.
So when somebody comes forward and says, "Oh, it's a smear tactic," it was a smear tactic. It backfired. And she didn't like it. That's why she backtracked.
Yeah. Well, the only question I have then is, would there not have been a better way to approach this situation than create videos and upload them?
No, because these people need to know. These people need to know that when they make false accusations like that against me, I'm not going to sit down and take it lightly. I'm not that sort of person. I'm very accommodating. I'm very accommodating to people.
I am. I like to keep things private between me and the other person.
Well, it wasn't private. It wasn't private. She made it in public on one of my videos. Yeah. So it wasn't made in private. The accusation wasn't made in private. So I made the counter argument in public too, which is where it should have been.
You know, my thoughts on this is, We have bigger fish to fry. We have a useless prime minister sitting destroying our
Whoa,
culture.
no, you don't get to do that. You don't get to do that. That's wrong, right? You've come in here and accused me of bullying women, right? I've shown you the evidence, and now you're saying, oh, you shouldn't talk about it. What would you do? What would you do if someone made false accusations against you in public? You'd be angry, wouldn't you? You'd be like, what the hell have you done that for? Like I was.
I take it private. I don't like to air my dirty laundry in public.
Well, that's not how I deal with things. If somebody accuses me in public, I address them in public the same way they've done to me.
No, well, see, that's where we differ, because I'm 32 years in the military, and I was a major in the British Army, and I always took people into my office, and you don't do a court-martial in public. It's done in private.
Well, the thing is, right, when you're accused in public, you have to defend yourself in public, because lots of people saw that post.
Yeah. But, yeah. I can understand.
You understand? Right, you came to chat. Right, you came to chat in big capital letters saying you've bullied these women. It's like, no, I haven't.
Well, it depends on your interpretation of the word bully. A woman.
There was a woman. Right, I'm sick of it. No, I'm not having this. No, I'm not having this. This is bullshit. Right. If somebody comes into my comment section and starts having a debate, I'm going to debate them back. They can't detract it and say, and bullying me, he's bullying me now. It's like, tough shit. You made the decision to come into my comment section, make those points, and now you want protection from criticism for it. No, that's bullshit. No, I don't give a shit. That's bullshit.
And when I tried to make the point, you shooting me down, you wouldn't let me speak.
Because you're talking shit, mate. That's why. You're talking absolute bollocks. That's why.
Whenever
you're talking bollocks.
Whenever a person takes a single woman living on her own.
What are you on about? Well, you know what? If these women are so vulnerable, why are they making comments like this on the internet, knowing full well they'll get some comments back? Stay off the internet then. Stay off the internet. If you can't take it, look, right? I said this morning, if you live by the sword, you die by the sword, right? So if you make comments attacking people, making false accusations, then you have agency. You are going to be held accountable for those comments, no matter what. All right?
But everybody is always in this chat as well was talking freedom of speech, freedom of speech, freedom of speech. Freedom of speech does not allow anyone to intimidate, threaten, harass.
I haven't intimidated or threatened anybody. She came to me and made those accusations herself. So I'm not allowed to defend myself.
Where did you get the information on the video of Claire Bear with her comments that you posted up? Where did you get them at? Who gave them to you? Maybe
what are you on about? What are you on about? What are you on about? She made them on my video.
So people aren't allowed to comment on your videos now?
You what?
Are people not allowed?
You've just been saying that I've been bullying women. Now you're saying I'm not allowing people comments on my video. What are you talking about?
You made a video piece to try and get whether it was clickbait, whether it was...
It was not clickbait. It was defense. It was defense of what she said about me.
Then why did you have to make a video? Could you not have went to the person and spoke to them?
Why should I accommodate them when they've not done the courtesy to me? Why should I take it privately when they've publicly accused me of attacking a family and a wife in public? Why should I do that?
I can answer that in one statement. Be the better and bigger man.
No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. So you're being a white knight now. You're being a white knight for a woman who doesn't deserve it. She really doesn't deserve it. With the way she came at me and attacked me in the comments, she doesn't deserve it. Not at all. She has agency. She doesn't need people like you to defend her. She's a grown woman and she should have known better not to make those comments in public.
Yeah. But, you know, I'm just going to address some of the comments that's coming up in your stream attacking me. I'm a bigger man. I have.
Well, you be the bigger man. You be the bigger man. You be a cook and just be walked over like a doormat. I'm not that person. I've never been that person. I'm not like that.
I could take all the rudeness in the comments because I had my best friend murdered, and
That's got nothing to do with this. That's
best.
got nothing to do with this. All right, your sympathy vote has got nothing to do with this. We're talking about how you came into this live stream and accused me of bullying women.
Hold on there, I'm rolling a cigarette.
We're done, mate. We're done. You've got nothing. You've got nothing, mate. You've got nothing. Got nothing. Wow. Wow. Claire Bear's in the chat. That was amazing. That was literally amazing, right? So apparently I don't like comments, but you know what? I didn't even delete the accusation. I didn't even delete the post that she made. I didn't do that. I let it stay up. If I was fragile, I'd have just deleted the comment, but I didn't. I left it up with the response posted to it. Link, please. I want my say. This is different. Oh, go away. Go away. I'm not interested. You've taken enough of my time. You know what you did. Why should I? Why should I let her in? You know what? We'll bring up the comment. We'll bring up the comment that she actually sent me. All right. And then backtracked on. Because it's very, very interesting and very telling. It really is. So if you want to play these games, let's play these games. Yeah. I'm tired of these. I'm tired of these people playing victim. They say things and then they play victim. Oh no, I've got pushback for saying stupid shit on the internet. Oh, I'm hurt. I'm being abused. I'm being abused. I'm being attacked. Don't make the comments then. Don't make the comments. If you're that fragile, don't be on the internet. That's my advice. A joke. Absolute joke. Right, I'm looking for the actual video now. We'll bring the video up. We'll bring the video up. We'll bring the response that I made up to the accusation as well. Because we'll put it to bed. We'll put it to bed. Sorry, buddy, I'm looking for the video now. It's among all my shorts and stuff. Right, is there a link to it? Where is it? Right, let's go and view the comment. That'll take me to the comment. All right. Let's have a look, see where it is. Yeah, I just pinned it to the top and got lots of price. So we'll go through it again. So you backtrack instantly. So let's go through what you actually said, because I'm not interested in what you think you said. I'm interested in the truth. Okay. Oh no, you can come in after I've done a thing, and we'll see if you can defend yourself after this one, because you're all pretty much drama whores. That's what you are. You don't get to come and make accusations like this and not get held accountable for it. So we are. This is your comment. You have just attacked Richard Inman and his family. Was below the belt. You have no idea what this man has gone through. Attacking and saying he was lying about the issue is hurtful to him and his family. Whatever you think of Richard, yeah, play your game. But I'm really disappointed that you would bring that up into your chat. An apology would be nice, especially towards his wife. I don't know why, because I didn't even attack his wife. So This is it. Hi, yes. Richard served in the army and it's like, whatever. Yes, served in the army. I'm not saying that you have verbally attacked his wife. Well, you just did. You just did. Look, how you've just attacked Richard Inman and his family was below the belt. Yeah? And then in the next breath, you're saying, hi, yes, Richard served in the army. I'm not saying you've verbally attacked his wife. Yeah? Big discrepancy from that comment to that comment. Hi, yes, Richard served in the army. I'm not saying that you have verbally attacked his wife. I'm saying that you infer that he may or may not embellish his career and that have adverse effect on his family. No matter what political side we are on all veterans, it was rubbish. It was rubbish. It was a total nothing burger, wasn't it? You just did it to smear me. You didn't think I'd respond to it, but I did. Because I wasn't having that. You deliberately fabricated that part. You could have just said, how dare you attack Richard Inman? But you added the last bit to try and smear me. That's what you did it for. And that was below the belt, and that's why I responded to you. Because that didn't happen. Yeah? Yeah? So let's have a look at the video. Let's have a look at the video response that I did to her. Okay? This was the video response. Okay, so you need to get something straight. I haven't attacked. Is that playing on there? Yeah, it's playing on there. Right. Okay, so this was a direct response to a comment.
So just
Okay, so you need to get something straight. I haven't attacked his family at all. And if he's saying that, he's lying. And if you're propagating that lie, that's actionable. That's liable. So you want to be very, very careful what accusations you make and what actual evidence you have for that, or what evidence he actually has for that. I can assure you, I haven't attacked his family whatsoever. I haven't seen anybody attack his family that have made videos about him. We've only gone with the facts and that sort of thing. So to say this sort of thing, to make these sort of accusations, you need to be very, very careful in what you say, because you will be held account for your actions as well. And if you propagate this and anything happens to me or anything like that, you're responsible and I will take action. So if you've got evidence, present it. If you don't, to make it clear, by action, I mean legal action, because it was liable, then I suggest you retract your statement and apologize immediately. This is the only time I'm going to warn you about this. I suggest you take heed and you retract your statement immediately. There you go. Yeah. You deliberately smeared me. Right, I'm going to drop the link in the chat again. Claire Bear can come in. She can defend herself. But I warn you, if you start detracting or going off subject and going on to other things, you're going to get kicked straight away. Yeah? Dropping a link in the chat. If you did half what Richard's done, lying in cars for days, catching groomers and rapists, oh, go away. You going to come in, Claire Bear? Are you going to come in now? Now the full context has been shown. Oh, you mean I just load of petty bitches? You should be focusing on bigger picture. Which bigger picture? You know, you all want to detract away from what's actually happening, don't you? You know, when people make accusations like this, I have a right to defend myself. It's amazing how you want to move on the minute it's you that's in the crosshairs for saying stupid stuff on the internet, isn't it? You don't want to be held account for the things that you say. The minute you say something stupid, then immediately it's, oh, move on. We don't want to talk about this. Move on. We don't want to talk about this. No, that's not how it works. You make accusations, false accusations, that I've attacked somebody's family, then I'm going to address it. This is what this wasn't about. This live stream wasn't going to be about this tonight. This was me having a chat with my chat. I'd put all this away, but you people keep saying move on, but you can't let it drop yourselves, can you? They're drama whores. They want to keep the drama perpetuated. That's what they want to do. The only reason I'm addressing this is because, yeah, you make comments like that, buddy, and you're gone. I'm sorry, you're done. Don't ever make accusations like that. Yeah. Goodbye. Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Right. I'm not going to get cheesy or shitty or anything, okay? Because it isn't worth it. I put that in there because I was watching your stream. Someone said to come and have a look at your stuff. So I thought, okay, I'll go and have a look. Never been on your stuff before. I happened to go on when you were starting to have a go about Paul and Richard, right? What I was against was the fact that you said that Richard would embellish maybe his career on certain things. You then joked and said that he wouldn't know what a bomb was like.
That wasn't a joke. That wasn't a joke.
So you're saying that Richard doesn't know what a bomb is?
There are things that I've been told by other veterans that don't ring true.
I don't care about other veterans. I'm talking about Richard. You made a comment that he didn't know what a bomb was. This is a man that's fought in the... No, let me finish. I've come on. I've been polite. I've asked to come on. This is a man that's fought in the IRA.
Right, I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about your accusation, your original accusation.
And I'm trying to tell you why.
No, I don't care about that. The accusation was made about this here. We're talking about this situation. No, you're going off subject. You're going off subject.
No, I'm trying to
I want to talk about...
to listen to what I've got to say.
No, I don't, because you're going off subject.
No,
I want to talk about the accusation that you made.
And you're not prepared to speak to me.
I want to talk about the accusation that you made.
And I'm trying to get to the accusation, if you'd let me finish. What I'm saying is that when I heard that, I lost my temper and straight away thought of his family. Okay? So I have
nothing to do with his family. So why did you make it? No, I'm not going to shut up because you made false accusations. This isn't about you. I'm trying to explain
to you what I typed.
You typed the wrong thing. You made a false accusation.
Can you just stop for 2 minutes and just listen to me?
No,
please?
You made a false accusation. This is my live stream. You made a false accusation. You can't justify it by any means at all. That was a deliberate smear. That was a deliberate smear.
No,
to add his family to the end of it. His family wasn't even involved in it. His family wasn't even involved in it.
Right, can you listen to what I was saying, please? I've just said to you that when I read it, I thought of his family because I know what Richard's been through. So I typed...
It's got nothing to do with it. It's got nothing to do with it. This is about...
Finish.
No, I'm not letting you finish because you're going off topic. I don't care about the pity party. I'm talking about the accusation that you made against me.
Party. Don't fucking mess with me like that. I've come on to speak to you, to explain to you what I said.
No, you don't like being held accountable for your actions. You don't like being held accountable for your actions. What you did in that comment could have put me in danger.
I did take account of my actions.
What you did in that comment could have put me in danger. And you didn't care. You didn't care one little bit. You said that I attacked his family. And then you put his wife in there as well.
You're not even giving people a right to speak.
No, because you're talking shit. You want to dance around the subject of what you've done. You want to dance around the subject of what you've done. And I won't allow you to do it. Stay on topic. Address the situation of why you made that false accusation towards me. Why did you do it?
I typed that because I was upset and I was thinking of his family. Now, you took it.
So you made a false... I didn't take it anyway. That was a false... Don't dictate to me in my own live stream.
Let me finish.
Made a false accusation against me.
You're not letting me
not
finish.
Shout at me in my own live stream.
You
made a false accusation against me, and you are going to be held accountable for it.
Right.
You look at it, sue you for it. Yeah.
Sue me. Is that what you think?
It's
I went
liable.
like
It's
that.
liable.
I
You
went.
accuse
No,
me
you
of
listen for
attacking
2
somebody's
minutes. No,
wife.
listen.
You accuse me of attacking somebody's
back
wife.
to you, explaining
Falsely.
what I was trying to say. So if you took that in the wrong way, I'm sorry, but I went back to you with a reason as to what I was trying to say to you in
No, you
different
thought you were
terms.
going to get away with it. You thought you weren't going to get a response, and I responded.
Yeah, you responded.
That's why.
Fair enough. I
Because
don't
you're
have an
probably
issue
used
with
to
that.
getting away with
What I
it.
don't like.
You're probably used to getting away with it with other people. Well, sorry, it doesn't wash with me.
No,
When you
I'm not
make
used to
false
getting away with it
accusations
with other
against
people.
me,
You don't even know
for
me.
it. Yeah.
I've been fair enough to come up on here, explain to
No,
you
you don't get to
why
play
I made
victim.
a mistake.
You don't get to play victim for what you've said. You're
I'm
responsible
not
for your
playing
own
victim
actions.
for what I said. I can
You're
see what I
responsible
wrote.
for your own actions.
You are. Do you know what? You're just a bully.
I'm
Forget
not. I'm not a bully at all. I'm defending myself against false accusations. You're trying to dance around the subject and move away from it, and I'm not allowing you to do it. And now you've left the live stream because you can't face the music for your actions. I'm not going to be talked down to in my own live stream and made to look like an idiot by some dickhead who posted false accusations against me on the internet. It's not going to happen. The thing is, she's never been held accountable before. That's the trouble. Oh, I felt sorry for them, so I made a false accusation against you that could have got me harmed, that could have put my family in danger. Not taking that from anybody. She knew exactly what she was doing when she was making that comment. We'll go back to the comment, actually. She knew exactly what she was doing with that comment. And I won't allow people to get away with it. I don't care who they are. I've got a new microphone plugged in. It's not one of those radio mics. Who this is actually. I'm not getting away with that. Let's read the comment again, right? Tell me this isn't deliberate, right? Is it sharing? Tell me this isn't a deliberate smear, right? How you have just attacked Richard Inman and his family. How would anybody look into that? If somebody saw that and had not watched the live stream, how would they read into that first comment there? That first sentence, the very first sentence, that's the smear right there. How have you just attacked Richard Inman and his family? It was below the belt. Yeah? That was a smear right there. That was deliberate. There's a reason why it's in the very first sentence, because that's the first sentence people would have read and they wouldn't have bothered reading the rest. They'd have just gone straight to, he attacks people's families. That's why I addressed the comment. That's why I got angry, and that's why I got angry just now, because she doesn't want to be held accountable for what she did. Well, tough. She can go and cry victim all she likes, but she's not a victim in this at all. She's the one that instigated this, and she knew exactly what she was doing. You look at that there, I responded, and then the next comment, it's a completely different comment. Look, I responded with a short, and then we have this. Hi, yes, Richard served in the army. I'm not saying he verbally attacked his wife, and yet you just said it in the first sentence there. How you have just attacked Richard Inman and his family was below the belt. You haven't got a leg to stand on. You really haven't got a leg to stand on. And the reason I'm angry is because you're trying to justify it. You can't justify it. There's no way you can justify that at all. You know exactly what you were doing. I'm not going to let people get away with it. No, they don't. She doesn't belong in a political discussion. She doesn't have the maturity. No. Exactly, Agdol. All she had to say was it was wrong to smear you for attacking his family. She retracted it in the very next comment, and now she's trying to justify it. You can't. All I said was, in speculation, in that live stream, Sometimes soldiers embellish the stories that they tell. They do. Sorry, I typed it out wrong. I did try to explain. Well, that's all you had to do. All you had to come in was say, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it. And you know what? We could have probably agreed to disagree on some of the things, but you didn't do that. You came into the live stream and you tried to justify it by going off topic. I accept your apology. I hope that's an end to it. I really do. She is. Funny you say that, she is. She is Paul Thorpe's moderator. So is the other one, the Julie woman. She's a moderator as well. No, because she kept on going on around, skirting around the subject, trying to justify what you did. And I'm not going to let you get away with that. All you had to do was come in and say, you know what, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. And that would have been it. But you didn't. You tried to justify it. I've got a right to defend myself. People don't like that. It's tough. You know what? I didn't ask you to come to my video and make that comment on Richard Inman's behalf. You did. Such a shame it always drops to this. It's literally children pretending to be adults, typing anything in sheer desperation to protect a friend. Yeah. The thing is, though, Gobster, right? The things that she said could have got me in trouble. Yeah? Suppose I go to a protest, because I go to quite a few protests. Somebody recognises me, comes up and starts trying to have a fight with me because they think I've attacked the family of the veteran. Yeah? They don't think about real-world consequences. Just because they're sat behind a computer and what they type has no consequences for them doesn't mean it doesn't have consequences for other people. It does. They probably are. They probably want the drama and stuff. I'm going to make paint a target. Yeah, definitely. So what am I going to do? I'm not just going to sit here and not respond to it, am I? You know, I'm not going to like, oh, I'll let that slide. Oh, I'll let that smear slide. That's probably going to get me a knife in the back or something because of the crazy people that might be out there. I don't talk about it because you don't give these people oxygen. You know, all the new people to this channel, I had a stalker. I had a stalker for 6 months that was sending me weird shit, that was credible, that I had to report to the police. I've had lefties trying to find out where I live because of things that I say. The local lefties really hate me in Chesterfield. They can't stand me. And then this woman goes and adds, you know, fuel to the flames by saying that I've attacked somebody's family and wife when I haven't done that. Yeah. If it was worded wrong, you can edit it instantly and let that ride. Yeah. And say I've printed a. You can put it in capital letters at the top. I've edited this to word it properly because the first one wasn't worded right, and change it, but didn't do that. That's all she had to do. All she had to do was, and I don't understand why Farty Pants came in here and started white knighting for her. It was like, well, you've bullied women. You should do it in private. No, not at all. If you make the accusation public, then I'm going to have to defend it in public. So the people that have already seen that comment also see my response. Paul needs to make an apology now too. Claire, be honest with Paul. You've made him on this live today look ridiculous. It's like things that I've not actually said at all. And I don't think anybody would put up with a fabrication like that. I can't let something like that slide. If I let it slide, it looks like it's true, and it's not. You know what? They keep saying in my comments, move away from this, move away from this. And the minute you start to move away from it, you start to talk about different things. They try to reignite the drama again, don't they? That's what they do. It's like, this is not what this live stream was supposed to be about tonight. This live stream was supposed to be about me chatting with my new subscribers, getting to know them a bit. We'll talk about a few news stories and stuff like that. Yet it's been dominated by this dog shit because I've had to address it, because of accusations coming around again. I hope this puts it to bed. And you know what? If anybody else brings this up, right, I hope all you guys point them to this live stream. Because Thorpe was trying to sticking up for Claire Bear and get his chat to go up, and yeah. And it was a complete fabrication. She lied about it. I didn't actually know that's what his live stream was about. I just thought he'd just put something out to get his general critics to come and have a debate with him. I didn't know it was about this situation. Claire said that. She said, so, and that's the end of it. Well, it would have been the end of it if she hadn't kicked up all this fuss, wouldn't it? Claire, you're emotional. Go make yourself a cup. Yeah. People need to realise that making false accusations like that have real world consequences for people. She might not go to protest. I'm going to repeat this for people that's coming to the chat, right? She might not go to protests. I do. I go to protest to cover them for my channel and stuff like that. So making accusations like this, and if I don't address it, like Gobster was saying, it paints a big target on my back. Yeah? Yeah, I don't care who they are. You know, they want equality. Women want equality. So I'll just treat them the same as anybody else. If you make false accusations against me, I don't care who you are. You know, if you say sorry, fair enough, I'll accept it. But don't try and come into my live stream and shout at me and try and justify what you've done. There's more happening behind the scenes. Paul's stream was not just about this, so please stop attacking Paul. Pretty was, if I remember rightly, his title was bullying, wasn't it? Bullying and liars. Yeah. The best thing you can do now, Claire, is just, maybe just go away. Yeah, just go away, calm down, and just let this slide. Because if you keep inflaming it, my advice to you now is don't mention me ever again. I don't want to see. I don't see my subscribers coming to me saying she said this about you in such and such place, or this, because I will just have to address it again. As far as I'm concerned now, the matter is closed. You apologised. I've accepted. All right? It's at an end. And don't worry, if you try to edit it, I've already got a screenshot of it, the whole thing. So don't think you can get away with it. I was hoping to create a nice little stream tonight I didn't care if I got many views. It was just like say, get to know my new subscribers and, have a chat. You can have a chat with me, get to know you a bit better and that sort of thing. But instead of having to deal with a white knight and the whole situation again, it stresses me out. It's like, I don't get it, right? Why do they keep coming forward? In other news, yeah. I'm the guy who trained the guy who trained John Rambo. Okay, mate. Oh yeah, 100%. The thing is, everybody's moving away from that now. Everybody's moving away from it. But they've got to try and keep bringing everybody back to talk about the drama again. That's what his whole life was about today. It was about stoking the fires of drama again so we can start raking the money in. Tom was right. 00 News. Go subscribe to him. He was right. He was saying that they're trying to lean into the victimhood of this now. They've realised that they're drifting off into obscurity. So now they've got to rely totally on the drama and playing the victim in all of this. Me too. It's like, I hate it. I hate that. You know what? I hate the tribalistic nature of some channels. It's like, they're public figures. They're going to get criticised, especially if they're part of a political party. Yeah? And people just can't accept that. It's like, if you make accusations against people, which they have done, wrongful accusations, and there's proof that those accusations are false, then of course they're going to get called out for it. I don't get it. I don't understand how people could be on the internet and think that they are free from criticism. I don't get it. It's like, why do you think you're so special? Why do you think you're exempt from it? It was done to death, right? The only thing that they've done so far is double down and double down and double down on their original arguments. I think we all covered their original arguments. It was done and dusted. We proved that they were talking absolute bollocks, didn't we? In the first place. It's like, yeah, you're talking rubbish. You're misrepresenting people. You're doing guilt by association. You're making straw man arguments. What you're saying isn't true. We covered all that. We showed the evidence. We showed why they were wrong. Yeah? Some people just can't accept that, though. They can't accept that their idols can be wrong. I'm not into this drama. By the way, I'm not into this drama stuff at all. But if somebody comes at me and starts having a go, I'm not just going to stand there and take it. That's not my nature. It's not who I am. I'm going to defend myself. I'm going to stand my ground and defend myself. And you know what? On the opposite foot, if I'm wrong, I'll always admit I'm wrong. And I'll apologise as well. But on this occasion, I knew I was right. And I'm not going to take that sort of abuse from anybody. I'm not. Just won't do it. Could you please stop shouting? You've not seen me shout. If you think that's shouting, you've not seen anything yet. I've had to shout orders to people in war zones. So that's not shouting. Trust me, Gobster will back me up on that. You've not heard soldiers shout. They can shout, and they can get up into the high decibels if they need to. Last year, I was at the getting off the subject now, so I want to leave it. But talking about shouting, there was a guy with a megaphone, and he was a communist, and he's in the communist parade because it was May Day. It was last year, and he was trying to shout at me with a megaphone, and I drowned out his megaphone. It was that loud, and he didn't know. He didn't know what to do. It's funny. Is she still in the chat going on about it? Oh my God, just leave it alone. Treat them with consent, yeah. I suppose I can give you a little bit of heads up. So me and Tom were planning. It's coming up in May. The May Day parade is May the 4th, and we're going to go and cover that protest. But it's not a protest; it's a parade. It's where all the lefties get together and hijack what used to be the march for the local miners. May Day used to be like the day in my local town where the actual working class used to get together with the brass bands from the miners, brass bands, the unions, and they'd march through the town. They'd parade banners. They'd have the union flag, that sort of thing, and they show. It was a time. It was the one day of the year where the working class could show off who they really were, and everybody was looking at them. But obviously, that over the past few decades, that's been hijacked, like everything else, by the lefties, and it's become like a communist woke dumpster fire. And so we're all me and Tom are going to go and cover it because it's fun, because they have stalls. They have stalls with communists talking about communism. It's fun. It really is. And then we have all the lefties. We have the usual, pro-Palestine stuff and all that. Last year, I had my phone stolen. Somebody ran past. They didn't like what I was streaming, so they ran past and stole my phone. So, yeah, it was fun last year. So Tom's coming down for it this year. And, it's going to be fun because I'm going to have Tom with this year. And he wants to see what they're all like, so it's going to be fun. If you've seen the latest video, I'm Brown Ethno. I've not watched it, to be honest with you. That's it, May Day parades. That's the one. I'll be on their wanted list because last year apparently I was being passed around Antifa's WhatsApp groups. A really dry throat. Thank you, I appreciate that. Thanks a lot. Oh, you've subscribed. Oh, you subbed to their channel, right? Okay. They weren't bullies. They weren't bullying me. They thought they could, but they didn't. So Blueprint also. Okay. So look at some of the chat. Let's have a look. So what have you guys been up to? Let's look at this one. Keep calling it out, Vindicator. The tide has turned against these people now, and their revenue channel engagement is being hit. Yeah, and so it should. I said this in some morning walks lately, right? I've got nothing against anybody monetizing their channel or making money from their channel. Got nothing against that whatsoever. How people donate to people's channel is up to them. The issue I have is by the means for which they obtain those donations. Yeah, that's my issue. Agreed, Bin. You politely expose their attack motive on this channel. Yeah, I may have shouted, but I'm not going to be talked down to on my own live stream by somebody who made false accusations against me. I'm not going to do that. I apologize if I came across as aggressive and loud, but I'm not going to take it. I won't take it. I'm not that sort of person to just lay down like a doormat and get walked all over. It's not me. I won't do it. And she can run away and play victim all she likes. She really can. I don't care, because she's not the victim in this. Not at all. Yeah. Paul Thorpe said he's lost 800 followers over the last few weeks, so he's pissed off, and that's why the podcast today. He's lost a lot more than that. A channel of his size, what has he got? 250,000 subscribers. Losing 800 subscribers is nothing to a channel that size. Trust me, that's nothing. He's lost a lot more subscribers than that. I can assure you of that. Yeah, there you go. So somebody with 304,000 subscribers isn't really going to care about 800 subscribers, losing 800 subscribers. He can afford that. He can soak that up. He'll probably make those subscribers back up in a day if his channel's actually growing. The reason he does these videos is, and I'll be honest with you right now, is because he's so thin-skinned. My friend, in fact, I'll bring his channel up, because if you haven't already subscribed to him, go and subscribe to 00 News. He's a great guy. He really is. He's a good guy. Stop sharing this now. I'm sick of seeing that now. We're moving away from that now. 00 News. Right. Let's have a look. Where are we? 00 News. See if it'll show. It'll bring you up. No, obviously it won't. Why is it doing that? There we go. We'll share this guy's channel. Tom's the most genuine person you'll come across. He really is. And he'll say it how it is. He's very eloquent. He's got some good ideas. He had 20,000 subscribers. YouTube decided to quarantine his channel because he said some controversial things during the COVID era. And they decided to just throttle back his traffic to his channel and killed it, really. He's trying to build this new channel up, and I'm trying to help him out because he helped me out when I was a little channel. So it's repaying the favor, really. I'll share it on the screen now. So if you want to and you like his content, go and subscribe to him. He's a great guy. He really is. There we go. This is him. This is 00 News. Great guy. Tom Fury. He's got a lot of content on his channel. Go check him out. He's a good guy. He really is. Yeah. Yeah, 00 sees things differently than most. Wise man, I thought. Yeah, he does. He's got a different perspective on everything. He really has. It's worth than that. You have to be losing more than you gain to be losing that many subs. I don't know. Some of the bigger channels, they can lose up to about 2,000 or 3,000 subs and not even notice it. We don't need him on at all. Yeah, I've been on Dino Bane's stream a few times. He actually gave me a shout out. He helped the channel grow, so I've got nothing but praise for Dino Bane. That's because we're talking to Richard Inman again. There you go. This is Gobster's account. Go subscribe to Gobster. He's great as well. He says how it is. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that was great too. I like watching that guy too. Sorry, I speak a little bit too fast. He's called 00 News. Go and have a look for him. He's a great guy. Advances toast. Should we watch the? Has everybody seen it? Because I actually got a copy of it. Do you want to see the ridiculous advert that Advance put out in Wales to try and get people to vote for them? It's got my reaction to it. It's got my reaction on there. It was about 3 o'clock this morning. I was skimming through X and I came across it. I was like, what the hell is this? Does everybody want to watch it? Thumbs up if you want to watch it. And let's go and watch it then. Let's watch this. It's hilarious. Let's go and have a look and see if we can find it. People seem to like my commentary on it. Where is it? Was it? No, it's not a short. It's actually a video. I forgot about that. It's actually longer than a short. I forget. Right, we'll pause that. We'll pause that. Take that back. Right. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. I had to actually go onto Advance's Wales page just to make sure it was real, because I thought, is this AI? Surely this can't be real. But it was. It was real. People saying they got hacked. It wasn't hacked. They just put this out. They thought this was edgy, I think. Right, we'll see it. Is it on? Right, wait for this. You'll be amazed at this. Here we go. Right, guys, I was skipping through X and I came across this, and I had to check and make sure that this was actually real before I released it as a legitimate video. But this is the Advance UK official page, and I don't know what to make of this, but they've actually released, I think it's some kind of party political social media broadcast for Advanced in Wales. But look at this. Right, so it's on here. Let's click on it and watch it.
No, you were talking. And? Am I talking to a kindergartner? No, you were talking to Lisa Hull. Not anymore. I think we need to watch that again. We need to watch it again, don't we? That's amazing. Oh dear. What was he thinking? Right, guys, I was skipping through X and I came across this, and I had to check and make sure that this was actually real before I released it as a legitimate video. But this is the Advance UK official page, and I don't know what to make of this, but they've actually released, I think it's some kind of party political social media broadcast for Advanced in Wales. But look at this. Right, so it's on here. Let's click on it and watch it. No, you were talking. And? Am I talking to a kindergartner? No, you were talking to Lisa Hull. Not anymore. That is amazing, isn't it? What was that? It seems legit because people have been commenting on it. Voice of Wales is on there. We need to stop commenting. I think what that's saying, never interrupt an idiot. I respect Advance, but this is giving me a David vibes bizarre. Yeah, definitely. Stop commenting. That's going to take a lot of discipline. Are they trolling themselves at this point? It does seem that way, doesn't it? Is he trying to tank his party, do you think, Ben Habib? Do you think he's deliberately trying to tank his own party with all this stuff that he's doing because he doesn't want to be leader? And he just thinks, tank it and just, I don't know. Mr. Habib, do you find this acceptable for a serious political party? Have you been hacked? What is this? The swearing in the background. What the earth is the best bit? God, this is so embarrassing. I'm cringing for you, trying to be relevant. What the actual hell?
I need to bleach my eyes. What the actual hell is this? Serious principled politics? Jeez. And this guy just says, bro, just discovered cap cut. Let's just watch it again.
Am I talking to a kindergartner? Just try it, folks.
And?
Am I talking to a kindergartner?
No, you were talking to Lisa Hull.
Not anymore.
Wow. That's the response I could give was wow. I didn't know what I just watched. It was like, what the hell was that? What was that? That was 3 a.m. me, because I was up. Sometimes I can't sleep, I have insomnia. And I just came across that. And can you imagine me coming across that at 3 o'clock in the morning and thinking, hell is this? I thought I was tripping out. I thought somebody had spiked my drink or something. I thought, is this real? Am I dreaming? If I woke up from a really bad dream and it's just all in my imagination. And it's like, no, it's real. Sorry, Vance is not going to win any favours with two of the biggest mouthpieces for Vance associated with fascism by throwing out FNAP paints everywhere. Yeah, and it's not just them doing it now. Have you heard of a guy called Don Keith? He's doing it now. You know, well, we'll have a look at him. He's doing it now on X. I saw that, and it's like, what? I'm just reading the chat. Sorry if I go quiet. I'm just reading the chat. Sorry. I forget that I'm causing dead air because I'm reading it. By the way, I do try and read all the comments on my videos, and this is what I do because people have got mixed up with this, right? What I do on the comments to let people know that I've read your comment, I'll always put a love heart on it, the heart thing on it to let you know that I've read it, and I do read all the comments. I really do. When I mark the comment with a heart, it's not to say if I endorse what you're saying or not. Most of the time I do, but it's really just to let you know that I've read your comment because I think that's important. I think a lot of people on here, when they get big, I mean, I'm not big by any stretch of the imagination, but when they get big, they tend to forget their audience, the people that actually put them where they are. And I don't want that to happen. You know, obviously at some point it's going to get impossible because it might get to a point where I'm getting thousands of comments on my videos. You never know. But if it gets to that point, I will always try to read the majority. I'll go through them. But yeah, I like it when people comment on videos. I love reading the comments. And it's great having the debates. And I'm watching individual people having debates in the comments now. And it's great to watch because it's amicable. Sometimes it's amicable, sometimes it gets a little bit heated, but other than that, it's brilliant. And I enjoy the community. The community is excellent. And everybody comes in, they can agree to disagree and stuff like that. It's great. I love it. Brilliant. And this is what I wanted my channel to be about. I wanted it to be a place where people that don't have a voice or don't want to get on camera, that don't want to, do what I do, but they still want to have their say. That's the place to do it. In the comment sections of my videos, have the debates, get your opinions out there, even in the chat here. I've seen so many big YouTubers that just ignore the chat at the side. They don't acknowledge them. Just let this. Yeah, it's just there. It's like, no, that's your audience. They're the people that put you where you are, and it annoys me when I don't see them addressing them because it just annoys me. It does. Vsb, you're not big, but the number of hearts you get is takes half the day. Yeah. I like to read them more if I can. That'd be interesting. She's quite welcome to do so. Cat was awake when Vim posted it, and I was in bed having hysterical laughter. I played it. That's the thing. That is the thing. It's so ridiculous you can't stop watching it. And in a way, maybe they were onto something. Maybe they made something so bad that it was good. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. But it's like, when I first saw it, I thought that's just somebody playing about with Windows Movie Maker. That was my initial thought. At first, I thought it was just a joke that somebody just made it as though, oh, this is what Advance knew. It's an Advance new party political advert for Wales. Like, okay. Paul Thorpe had a go at me on a comment I made on Tom's channel. This is what I'm talking about. Why is a massive channel like his going, no offense to Tom, but going to a smaller channel like Tom's and attacking the people in the comments on that video? Tom's right, there's a rule with bigger channels. You don't punch down, you punch up. Let's have a look. Don Keith, Avi Inman, Esmaban, Andrew Grock, and Leo Curse, Tommy, so are all part of the Zionist lobby. They will try and bring Rupert down. Yeah, because Rupert was dead against the attacks on Iran, wasn't he? He said we shouldn't be getting involved. And the thing is, he's right. You know, America has a massive army, huge military. They don't need our help, really. The only thing we could have done for them is said, yeah, use our airfields. Use our airfields, because we are an ally. Land your planes here. I would have had no issues with that. Land your planes here, refuel them, and go and do your business in Iran. There was no need for our planes to join in with the attack. They didn't need us. They really didn't. Yeah. You should have a thicker skin to actually let that slide. Exactly. Why go on a channel that had 512 subs? Thin-skinned. They don't like the criticism. And the ironic thing is, I heard somebody actually sent me a clip in a WhatsApp group of what he said. And he said, I'm just a commentator. I'm just a commentator on the internet. Okay, fair enough. So am I. So why aren't I allowed to make comments on what you say? Because when I do it, I'm called a hater and a troll. It's a big difference, isn't there, in what they do? Tipex Teeth had a moan at me this morning after I slagged him off about going Aruba. Yeah, they don't like it. They don't like the truth being they don't like that mirror being held up to their face, do they? Yeah, it's like the only one that's actually operational, probably, because there's lots in mothballs, because they simply can't man the ships. They don't have the military. They don't have the military personnel to actually man the ships. And the thing is, what happens if we were to get invaded? I mean, we are being invaded every day by the small boats, aren't we? But if we were to get militarily invaded, we've only got one active ship, most of them mothballs. That was the most disgusting thing. Did you hear about that? About how the paratroop regiment doesn't have any parachutes? That's embarrassing. It really is embarrassing. I've been going for 2 hours. Right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up because I don't want to be on any longer. I want to try and enjoy some of what's left of my evening. I want to thank you all for coming along. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing all my content. Really appreciate it, guys. I think that's it. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm getting tired now. I can feel my eyes. Hopefully, Advance UK don't drop any party political adverts at 3 a.m. and I have to address it. So, yeah. I shall see you all for the morning walk video tomorrow. Look out for that one. I'll be honest with you guys, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. So we'll see what happens. It may just be an off-the-cuff chat about things, I don't know. But I shall see you all soon. Thank you. You are amazing. You make this channel what it is. All you guys that come along and watch my videos, leave comments, you make this channel what it is. And you're brilliant. You really are. This is Vindicator, signing off.